Hi, Pisces. I am so sorry I'm so late with this reading. I've had a lot going on and some emergency dental work and some life stuff and recovery of dental work. Yeah, I apologize for this being a little bit late, but we'll still go through the prior weeks leading up till this current moment here. Um, so, Pisces, let's start this month off. This reading is for October 2024. It's the month at a glance. Um, to start this energy off and to have kind of like an underlying theme throughout this month, we have the Oracle card Come to the Edge. So, this energy is one that is very supportive of us stepping into a personal space of courage. This is asking us to kind of embrace the Fool, the tarot card, the Fool energy, and to take a leap of faith, to be open to overcoming our personal fears, our restrictions, diving a little bit deeper into territories that maybe we have seen as uncomfortable or they've been challenging to us. And so with it, we have this King of Pentacles underneath it, and this energy is highly supportive of you being able to take opportunities that are either being created by you or that you are connecting with when it comes to finances, when it comes to going after things that maybe you didn't see, as viable in the past. Now it's like we're seeing that something has something more to offer us and we it. This is also talking about aligning yourself with situations that have the opportunity to create a fair amount of like an income boost for you. That is something of a, it's like setting up setting up the blocks for or setting up the stage for long period and long term financial increase and abundance. Okay. So we'll start out with the first week of October, and you can see if it applies to your situations or not. This is the card of abundance. This is the Empress energy here. And so going back to the beginning of this month, and just foreshadowing of the month, Mars is going to be in Cancer all month long. So in general, what this is going to affect in general for you is your fifth house of romance and connections. These are creativity, parenthood, recreational pursuits. This energy is one that's going to be more so in alignment with breaking down barriers, especially situations that have been um, kind of like mental blocks, or maybe if you're already in a couple or a partnership, maybe this is like kind of addressing situations between partners that topics that maybe we kind of shy away from, or that we don't allow ourselves to enjoy or take part in because there's certain like a mindset of limitation surrounding a certain thing. And here, this energy of Mars is saying, we're going to be breaking this down so you can have, I guess, better, better pleasure, more exploration. Things that have been, I guess, quote unquote, off of the table are now on the table for exploration. So that's kind of like a theme throughout your entire month here. And be mindful that's not just in romance. This can also be in your closer friendships, the people that you spend your most time with. These can be areas that are, maybe you're going out to a function that is something that you might not do, like maybe it has a different flair of like spirituality, or maybe it's an art show and it's not the type of art that you like, but there's something about it that you find that you like, or maybe the connections are foreign or different or whatever. It's kind of like meshing worlds where typically we wouldn't venture. Now we're kind of like open to the idea, and we're open to being mesmerized, and we're open to the creativity of others and exploring and expressing our own creativities. So it feels like that energy is being presented to you, and it's asking for you just to be curious. It's asking you for your time to play. Okay. and release any boundaries or kind of like set in stone viewpoints of how you see things and what is acceptable. This is like tearing things down, and it comes in a very Mars isn't Mars isn't gentle. And so it's asking for you to just embrace the fun and take the movement and make the action for things to happen, just because things are happening kind of in a very quick and revealing way. It's not going to give you much time to think about it. You're just going to process it. So just be available to that. Um, on the 2nd, so going back in time, on the 2nd, this is the first week of this month here. You have the Empress card. This is called abundance. Here we also have it adjacent to the King of Pentacles. So again, during the 2nd of this month, we had a solar eclipse. And basically, this was an energy that's going to be affecting your 8th house. This is about like bonus money. This is about passive income, sometimes resources, collaborative connections. This can be like new job opportunities, connecting with people who already have a fair amount of abundance in their life, and they're offering you a position there so that it's kind of like a hug. It's kind of like an opportunity that's given to you that is not everybody's going to get. And it's highlighting your ability to increase your profits, your money, your resources, passive income. And it's not like you don't have to work for it. You do have to work for it very hard, actually. This is a lot of work put into this energy, and it's going to require your judgment to figure out, well, maybe I've been doing things in the past, and yeah, they've gotten me results, but it could be better. And so it's like all this time we've been wishing for better and still doing the same thing, and then a new opportunity or a new connection shows up, and it's like, oh, this actually does offer something better. This actually does offer a situation that has the potential for growth and for me to perhaps even change my direction in career, perhaps even change the way that I do things. It's like picking up new skill sets. But those new skill sets can offer you positive change moving forward into your life. You can incorporate them now moving forward into your life. And I feel that you're going to experience or be setting up experiences that have a longer reach. They have more longevity under them, and they support you in a stable and practical and material way, which sometimes can be a little bit kind of all over the place for Pisces. So it's it takes the intangible and makes it tangible. And so we may be connecting to these types of people, Venus ruled people, energies of support, of love, and when I say love, like I don't mean romantic love. I mean people who love what they do, people who are good at what they do, and they are loved because of what they do. It's like aligning you with different types of people that are very supportive, but also they offer you a leg up when it comes to expansion. And so here also Venus in the second, actually not in the second, Venus in the 9th house is also being presented for this first half of the month as well. And this is offering, I mean, in your romantic connections, well, this is 9th house, but this can talk about your personal life, relating to situations that are kind of like new territory, new opportunities. It's kind of offering situations where like you can come out of your shell, this may also involve travel, long distance travel. There's certain situations within social groups that are changing for you throughout this month. Throughout the first half of the month, it's strongest, but it continues. And like the energy is allowing you to connect with different social groups, social gatherings. It's allowing you to create different opportunities with different people. And like, it's also supportive to the point where it's like it helps you come out of your shell, So also with single energies, like if you are looking for love, This can talk about like being open to people who are either from different backgrounds, different systems of belief, communities, different elements of spirituality. It's asking for you to be open to the oddball, be open to the people that might not be in your typical like scope or your typical sense of what you would go after, quote unquote. And here it's also coming with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is somebody that is highly logical. They've been through the gamut of emotions, and they've dealt with so many series of different painful experiences, which is why they've become kind of like mindful of what they engage in. They become hyperlogical rather than emotional, and they listen with a fair ear, and a fair understanding, but also they take on what is most meaningful to them. And they, so it's a lot of like kind of strategic judgment. But I do want to say, when it comes to love, this is also potentially like where our rigidity and our fixed way of seeing things, or our lack of being able to be malleable when it comes to how we view potential partnerships or people that we might not deem as, something that we want, or what we would typically go after. It's asking for you to use your emotions. It's asking for you to, yes, be objective, but also this card talks about clearing things that no longer serve you, and that can also talk about mindsets. That can also talk about limiting beliefs, mindsets, and prejudgments. Judgments regarding people that might be good for you. And what happens here in the second week, maybe to clear that out, it also ensures that we align with a new opportunity. We align ourselves with new experiences here. That rigidity, if we hold on to it and we continue to apply that rigid and limiting rigidity of perception, it keeps you stuck on the wheel. This wheel of fortune is in reverse. It keeps you stuck on the wheel. So it kind of, yeah, you'll be fine, but it also limits your experiences. It limits the potential happiness that you can have. Okay? So just be aware of that. Always use your logical mind, especially in business matters, but also when it comes to matters of the heart, be open, be expressive, be explorative. Okay. Moving forward as well into the second portion of this month, you have Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, but this is kind of a long span here. So it goes from the 9th of October to February 4th. And this is going to be reconnecting you to opportunities that maybe you've ignored or haven't seen as usable. Maybe you've seen things as unstable, but now it's like you're viewing them again and you're like, well, it was unstable because this aspect of it wasn't added, or maybe I could have done this differently, and so things that you kind of put on the back burner and you kind of like tossed away and you saw them as like not worth your time. Now they're coming up here. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So these things have the opportunity to grow and expand for you in really positive ways. And, this has the opportunity to kind of like reestablish you in situations that might bring you new opportunities in your life. Okay. Again, this can focus on love. It focuses on luck. It focuses on everything that this is going to be touching for you. Check where check your Gemini, like where's Gemini in your chart? It's like where your aspects associated in your personal chart with Gemini, because that can also be an indicator of where this will start to expand for you, so you can use it in a better way. So yeah, moving forward here in the second half of the month, we're in week 3 now. Okay, so we have the Lovers here, which is Gemini associated here. And remember, we're being affected by Jupiter, in Gemini through October 9th through the 4th of February. All right, so within this time as well, especially with the Lovers, especially being, connected and clarified with the 9 of Cups, this talks about expansion in love. This talks about expansion in creativity, the people that you have close to you, bonding, breaking down barriers so that you can connect with them in more expansive and expressive ways, a deepening of soul journeys, even. So here, this is going to be entering in the second half of this month. This is going to be entering your 10th house here, which is talking about like raises, career, work related opportunities, promotion, how you promote yourself. This is also people working on your behalf. Okay. There's positive opportunities that are going to be very emotionally satisfying, situations that you make decisions for that are very in alignment with what is emotionally supportive for you, what feels good to you. There's opportunities that maybe you didn't see as opportunities before. Now they're coming together. In a romantic sense, yes, you might be connecting or even reconnecting with people. And I don't feel like it's like your ex is coming back and all of this like horrible stuff and they were terrible. It's reestablishing and reconnecting with connections that are better alignment with you, and maybe they haven't been seen before, or maybe like your perception of somebody is changing in a positive and different way. So it's asking you to be available for that type of alignment here, Pisces. And also too, when it's going to be supporting your work endeavors. It's going to be supporting the things that you are doing on a daily basis. And so it's like you kind of have to really enjoy that to do that. And I feel like the way that this is showing up with the I almost said emperor, with the King of Pentacles, like this is telling me that you are mastering any fears of limitations and you're coming to the edge. You're kind of like all in when it comes to your finances, when it comes to business, when it comes to connecting with people that can in a way better serve you in that realm. And it leads to loving what you do. It leads to emotional security, emotional abundance, because that's also really important for us when we're dealing with jobs and, what we do for work. Like it can't just be, oh, I make money. That's great. Like, yeah, sure, that's great. But like you have to love what you do. You have to have some level of passion in it to do it well. And I feel here with all of this energy being presented, you're utilizing the passion that you already have for these situations, and it's like magnified here. It's blossoming. For those of you who are connecting with people in this third week with love and connections, it's a deepening of soul energies. It's also aligning you with new people. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a lot of new in this month for you, Pisces, and you need to make yourself available for it. This is no longer about like Pisces. We are very good at hiding, and it's not like we're hiding. We just like to hermit. We like to be. I'm a Pisces. We like to be alone. We like to be with our own energy because it's comfortable, we know it, and it's kind of predictable, And here it's like, okay, that's great. But now we get to explore things with new people. Now we get to have a lot of different introductions and an influx of new potential friends, or an influx in our social circles. And this could also be through work. Okay. So I feel that there's an opportunity for you to have a lot of fun and a lot of enjoyment here with people that you can build connections with that can last. They'll become part of your social circle moving forward. They will be very influential, in your life. And this will also kind of leave you looking at like Pluto is also going to be coming into the second half of the month. It's going direct on October 11th, so it's already happened. But this is the last time Pluto's ever going to happen in Capricorn, ever in our lives. It's going direct in Capricorn. It's the last time this will ever happen in our lifetimes. And so this is also introducing like purging, like reducing, dissolving, purging energies of the people that actually have been in your life. And so, like, if you're noticing that certain people are kind of like a lead weight around your neck, or like the way that they show up is inauthentic, we're kind of like purging out the inauthenticity of people, like people that have proven to us that this is kind of the flavor that they continually like operate under and what they provide. If it's inauthentic, if it causes strife, if it causes uncertainty, if you're always left thinking, are they telling me the truth? Here, Pisces, is an opportunity for you with Pluto moving, going direct into Capricorn, where you're kind of getting a chance to evaluate situations and people and be like, is this for my highest good? I don't know if connecting with you is for my highest good. It makes me actually feel like I'm like having to second guess myself or second guess you, or I don't feel quite at ease in the moment here, and I want to feel at ease. I want to feel connected with people that feel like they're real. So it's giving you a chance to kind of weed out what is no longer necessary, kind of weed out the types of cycles and toxic relationships that keep you in a sense of this cyclical loop. Okay. Use your judgment, use your logic, cut away what does not no longer serves you here. Into the fourth week, Pisces, you have the Two of Swords. This energy can talk about it's talking about, it's a decision to be made. It's a choice to be had. It is not communicating or just kind of holding back a bit until you actually make that decision. And here it feels like it's, being connected to the Nine of Wands upright. The Nine of Wands says, I've been through it. I've done it multiple times. I'm exhausted by it. And like I'm still willing to engage it, but I am holding on to my sanity, my beliefs, I'm protecting myself. And I feel here it's an interesting energy where it's like, for those of you who are in connections where there's stalemate energy, or like people like are not like there's issues in relationships and people are not addressing them, they're just kind of like hoping that they skirt under the rug, or I'm just going to ignore that, and Pisces will just kind of forget about it. You're not going to forget. It's actually more so on your mind at this point. It's like highlighted for you and blatantly in your face, because one thing that this month is going to be doing, and in general, just as you as a Pisces, is authenticity. It's going to be putting a magnifying glass up when it comes to authenticity. And so where there are stalemate energies with people in our lives, I feel like we're going to be really doubling down on the way that we like interact or do not interact. And I feel here this is also an opportunity for us to really kind of set boundaries within ourselves, where maybe we've been malleable in the past. Now it's like, no, we get to actually like we get to actually enforce these boundaries. We get to be the hard ass. We get to be the person that is unmovable. Pisces is a malleable, movable, flowy type of energy that is very accepting, and we can see all angles of everything, because oftentimes, we've been through it and we've seen it, and we have the compassion through the experience for other people. But the thing about that is you also must have the compassion for yourself, because sometimes people are not growing on the same rate as you are. Sometimes people are not getting the message. Sometimes people do not show up to do the work for themselves. And so you have to protect yourself. Okay. On the 17th as well, which is going to be foreshadowing this energy, the third and the fourth week energy, we have a full moon in Aries starting on the 17th, which is in 2 days from when I'm recording this reading here. And it's going to be affecting your second house of income, employment, security. These are situations and opportunities in work that might be better suited for you. They might be being made available to you. I do want to say, I've heard so much about don't manifest in this full moon of Aries, don't do it. It's dangerous. It's this and that. I don't know. I keep good intention. Sometimes when I feel like I need to manifest, or like, really go into that. It's all personal. I'm not doing ritualistic energy to the moon or this and that. You know, you can harness energy if you choose to. Either way, though, personally for me, I like to just kind of keep it calm. You know, if I know what's happening, I'm better suited to acclimate to it, right? And so, for this to happen in your second house, there's changes here because Aries is ruled by Mars, right? So again, we have this kind of like forceful opening. We've got Mars in Cancer throughout the month, you know, which affects your fifth house. But here, you know, full moon in Aries, Mars ruled, it affects your second house of income. So I would say that there may be new opportunities that require you to come to the edge. They require you to be available for quick change, and they may be better suited for you, where maybe you didn't see an avenue opening up. Suddenly it's there and you need to take the jump, you need to take the plunge. Okay. Um, Either way, I feel like your finances are going to be increasing for the long term, and they're going to be steadier for the long term. I feel you're aligning with people that are good for you in your life. I feel that you are connecting with people that have it's like they heighten your awareness through meaning. It's like these people are types that you can connect through, like, you know, even if you didn't see the opportunity before, it almost like connects you through the meaning and the bonding between the two of you. Their meaning increases where maybe you wouldn't see that as a normal connection for you. Be open to change, because this month it feels like there's a lot of change associated here, Pisces, and be open and available to exploration and embracing that Fool card energy, where you are stepping out into a new realm that you might be uncertain about, but the ground is steady and the path is in front of you. So just one step at a time and allow it to happen. So that's what I have for you for this month. I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Liking the video does help my channel grow. The algorithm appreciates it. I do too. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.